This is part of a larger art project, I Love You, New York, But You're Bringing Me Down, based on the LCD Soundsystem song, New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. Like a rat in a cage, pulling minimum wage. New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. And if you listen to the lyrics, it's kind of one of those things where it's like this love for New York, but how it's always changing. And in New York, ever since I moved here in 1988, there's always been this sentiment of like, oh, I miss the old New York, as if whoever got there, they remember it when they first got there, as if that was the best New York would ever be. And it just continuously gets worse from there, even though it's progressing and the buildings are getting bigger. I live in downtown Manhattan in the East Village, and all you see is these glass buildings coming up all around you. So I somewhat feel the same thing. New York, you're safer and wasting my time. Our records all show you're filthy but fine. But they shuttered your stores when you opened your doors to the cops who were bored once they've run out of crime. New York, you're perfect. Please don't change a thing. Because this project was made during the pandemic, I wanted to recreate this part of the city where it was like a busy, crowded street and a busy, crowded subway. So I asked people to send photos of themselves, a photo of themselves walking down the street and a photo of themselves standing in the subway. And I got a pretty good response. People from around the world were sending me pictures. And I'll keep adding more photos as people send them to me until I really have no more space on the sidewalk. I think New York is not just the buildings. It's not just the subway or the transportation. It's made up of the people in the city. And that diverse group is what makes New York beautiful. Your mild billionaire mayor, now convinced he's a king. So the boring collect, I mean all disrespect. In the neighborhood bars I'd once dreamt I would drink. New York, I love you, but you're freaking me out. New York, I love you, but you're freaking me out. Cardboard boxes, oatmeal containers, plastic bottles, soda bottles. It's a bunch of stuff that I'm saving from the trash, keeping it out of the landfill, and making art into it. Like a death in the hall that you hear through your wall. New York, I love you, but you're freaking me out. What do you think about this art project?
It's okay. Mommy says she hates it.
What do you think about it?
I think we could save it until it's a lot of money, and then we could get a lot of money from it by selling it.
You think somebody's going to pay a lot of money for this art project?
Yes, because it may be in the future, it may be like very expensive. We could sell all of this, and then we get a lot of money. I don't know. That's just an idea. It may not. You may become famous, and you may not.
That's my art dealer. Like a death of the heart, Jesus, where do I start? But you're still the one pool where I'd happily drown. Do you think it's good that I'm recycling materials? Tell me. Well, say. Tell me.
Kind of, but you could also just give it to someone else to recycle in the recycling bin.
Oh, take me off your mailing list for the kids that think it still exists. Yes, for those who think it still exists. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe you're right. What do you call this art project?
Very big art that fills up the house.
Maybe I'm wrong and maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe you're right. I came up with the concept of the show with the director of Hal Happening, Ted Reeder, and the plan was to exhibit this at the gallery within 2 years, but now because of this whole COVID thing, that's all in flux. So I really hope I get to show this in the larger scale with all of the buildings to the public soon. And when I do, I hope you come check it out. Check out some of my other projects at Ethan Minsker on Instagram or Facebook. Okay, I gotta make a plug here. My new film, Man in Camo, is out now where you can stream, rent and buy movies. Please go check it out, write a review, and share with your friends. Small independent films like this live and die with the word of mouth. So please write a review and share with your friends.